Hey YouTube, so it's going to be a start of a new video. Here's what we got for you. We had a guy contact us a couple days ago, last week. He has a flatbed. He's got a bad wheel lift issue. Showed up. I think it was Friday over at Ray's house. We went and took a look at it, talked to the guy, real nice guy. We determined, all right, Monday, we're going to get it here, or at least get the teardown done and see what we need to do. So that's what we did today. We didn't record any of the teardown, I guess you could say, or removal, but I'll show you what we got so far. Oh, and another thing, I know you're watching. This is going to be our basically our first viewer repair. This guy actually watched our channel on the last wheel lift repair we did for our flatbed. He found us inadvertently through a bunch of networking and people we all happen to know. But I'll show you what we got so far. All right, so this is the wheel lift, the Stinger, whatever you want to call it. They came out of the truck. Now, we pulled the whole thing simply because there's a pin right here that holds the piston for this part that slides in and out. Not moving. So, instead of arguing with it for 4 more hours, I was like, you know what? Let's just drop the whole lift. Which we did. Cool. And it's here now. Picked up with the wrecker, moved it here. And so, sorry we didn't get any footage of that. It happens. We get to talking and everything and just forgot to record. It happens when those wrecker guys get together. We talk for hours. It happens. But here's the big problem. This is supposed to be round. You see it's kind of oval. The pin that's supposed to be in here cocked real bad. And it about came through here. There's not much holding it. The bottom side's pretty bad too. So our general game plan is we're going to cut this out and get rid of it all the way to the edge. We're going to do the same with the bottom. We're going to take a piece of DOM and a 2-inch hole saw and drill into the new plates, whatever, get all mated up, slam it all on here, and weld it back together. The sides of this side, and this side, those are fine. There's no need to mess with those. So we're not going to cut into all that. We're going to kind of use that as a guide, I guess you could say. All this stuff is basically mild steel. It's 3/8 thick. We got an arc welder that will have no problem with that. Part 2 is this. Yeah, the last one we did, you saw we had to cut, I think, the top off of it. Well, here, the same on this one. That's all chewed out pretty bad. You can see it's about maybe a 1/4 inch thick here. It's supposed to be damn near 5/8 is what this measured out to. We can't get 5/8 plates, so we'll put in 3/4. No big deal. We're gonna cut a chunk out of this and weld in a bigger, better piece, and it's cracked right here too. The only damage on the bottom, yes, it looks absolutely horrible. Once you grind it and clean it up, it'll need a couple of beads of weld here along the edge. That's just grease. We'll just build up some weld, grind it on down, make it look good. Providing nothing breaks again, this should be a decently easy, fast project kind of thing. I'm hoping to get it done in 2 days. Now that I said that's going to take 3 weeks. That's what this project's going to be all about, and we'll go from there. All right, everyone, we're back. Here's what we got going on.
Watch where I'm sitting. The bolt should not look like this.
We got a new bolt this morning, but it's an 8-inch, so we're going to have to modify it a bit. That and this head needs a... We'll explain that in a minute. So here be the bolt that Ray's going to machine. The head on this one's way thicker than it needs to be. It needs to be about half that size, so he's going to, and shave that down. So that's what we're doing. We're going to have 2 cameras going. We'll get you some lathe cam, get you some weld cam over there. And yeah, we're going to try to bang this out, at least get everything prepped today. So if I got to come back out later and do some welding, it's no big deal. But if we get it all prepped and set where it needs to be, great. The general idea is that Wednesday, I think we're going to try to have this back in the truck.
Hopefully tomorrow afternoon, late tomorrow afternoon, we'll be able to get this back in the truck.
If not Thursday. I mean, realistically, we kind of have the week, but we want to get them back up and running ASAP. Yeah. So we're going to get to Haiyang, I think. Haiyang! Alright, so what you just saw, Ray made the bolt. We got it all size, cool. I cut the 3/4 plate out for the top, cut the top off the wheel lift. We're gonna cut the pieces out now for the top of the stinger, and Ray's getting set up over there now to punch through all that, line those holes up and do all that fun stuff. So we're both moving our separate directions. We got 2 recording devices out here, so we can just keep going. We're not sharing the same one. So far so good. It's only been a couple hours. We got a good bit done. I'll cut these 2 plates up right quick and hand them over to Ray, let him do his magic with them. We'll go from there. He also got the I think you got on video. I got the DOM sleeve cut down to where it needs to be and tested everything. So we're getting there. I think we got 3 more pieces to prep really, which is the 3/4 plate I got to grind on. I'll show you that later. Cut these 2 out, get them on the lathe, get the holes punched, and then I guess we start cutting apart the stinger itself and kind of go from there. So we're gonna be digging. Alright, so here's what we got going on. Ray's gone for the day. Part-timer over here. Gets to take off early, huh? He did get these 2 plates done. Cool. He also got that done. The bolt is to size. Fits in the DOM nice and snug. Cool. So we gotta get that in there and weld it up through both pieces. And then this is gonna be my project for the night. So I got the rosebud out. I don't know if you can tell. You see how this piece is curved out real bad? This one's doing the same thing. I kind of get it jigged up. I don't see the air gap there. Yeah, you barely see the air gap on this. So what I'm gonna do is heat this, let it relax back to where it should be, and then do this side. Because otherwise the plates will be, they'll tie in here like they should, but out here it'll, which is definitely not what we want. So that's going to be my project for the night, is to get the stinger part of this done. So once that happens, tomorrow Ray's going to come back and I'll show you what he's going to work on. Give me a second. So this is going to be our new top plate for the wheel lift. We got the 1 inch and a half hole put into it. We hole sawed it, which you saw. So on this side, you see we got a recess here. What we're gonna do, when that bolt sticks up through here, it's quite high. So to avoid taking out an oil pan or anything like that, we're gonna recess that down in there. I think 300 thou is what we determined. So what we did for margin was we took a 3-inch hole saw, went down in there about 3/8, and then we're going to put the bolt in. It should be damn near flat, so less risk of busting out an oil pan, which is a big thing with wheel lifts. You gotta be real careful with that. But Ray's about halfway there now, ish. The end mill broke. We're gonna get another one in the morning and then go from there. So that's that. He'll do that tomorrow and then hopefully get this thing beveled in. So I gotta move a box truck and go get one that's like 30 miles south. I'll get that done. By the time I get back, hopefully we can weld this thing on. Hopefully. works in progress. So we just straighten those two pieces on the lift. We're gonna make the top and bottom plate now where the pin's gonna go through. Okay, so here's what we got. It's been a little bit. This end here. Been prepping, jigging, all that other crazy stuff. All in preparation to throw it on the Stinger here. But with all that being said, I think I'm finally ready to weld this goofy thing. So what we're gonna do first, honestly, is I'm gonna run beads on the inside, and then I'll come back and do the outsides. Once again, it's the whole slag thing. So I'll push the slag out, shoot it out with the grinder, lay weld on top of weld, so weld on top of slag. I'm just gonna burn. Alright guys, a little bit past midnight, the major welding is done, thank God. I kind of just went ahead and set that snout on there and just burned it up. Here, let's go. I didn't explain anything, I just started cooking. We'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Hey, yeah. Or something like that. Hey guys, so it's next day. I've been running around that truck most of the day. Was running the lathe most of the day. And mill, true, mill.
I was making big pieces, small pieces. 330 thousandths counter bore into a 3/4 plate.
We're going to show you the footage of him doing his end mill thing. We are at the point now where we're going to burn the crossbar in, get that all figured out. Okay, so how many rods do you think I'm going to go through?
I'm going to say somewhere between 10 and 15 rods.
Oh, no, I need a number. We're going to say 15?
In total on that hog's head, probably 15 rods.
15 rods. I'm going to say 15 and a half. Yes, we're playing.
Burning a 1/4 inch of one rod counts as a whole rod.
Y'all leave in the comment how many rods you think it's going to take to do this.
Fill that gap.
Personally, me, I'm thinking probably 20. In all honesty, I'm thinking about 20 rods altogether.
So we need to empty the ashtray and count all the sticks tomorrow, so that way you can't add to it.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll count them. So leave in the comments how many rods you think it'll take to fill that, and do the whole thing. I'm thinking 20. And just because I'm petty, I'm only going to burn 20. Whatever's left is left.
Whoever's closest wins.
Closest. So when you come in tomorrow, it's got a big old hump in it somewhere. It's 20 rods. Anyway, I'll give it a legit ordeal and we'll see what we get. So leave a comment, let us know what you think. With that being said, I'm gonna go burn something with electricity and rud and flux compound.
I'm gonna go burn some diesel for 20 miles.
Yeah, he's gonna take off. He's already put in his time today. Like I said, I was stuck in a truck.
Roles have switched for a change.
Yes.
I was working, he was playing.
Sure. Moving on to burning. So, just count out 20 rods. And my extractor here is a few on this side too. 20 rods. I'm gonna start burning. The empties will go in here. So I'm not gonna show you every second of it just because we'll be here all night. I'm just gonna cook. You'll see a little bit of it. We'll see what the rod count is by the end. Yeah. On the left, I'm doing the top, 2 and about 1.5. Looks like we're both wrong. That's 20. So I'm just welding up the inside braces, and I'm just running a V along the back side of that big V groove. And then we're done with it. So 23 14-inch rods to weld that up. Now, it's still blistering hot. I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, make sure nothing goes crazy. Oh, something else I didn't show you. Wait, I did earlier off camera. Waddle over there. Hold on. So you see, we got some bluing here. That's relatively new. I don't have a light. I guess I do. That's just drilled shavings. Ray drilled and tapped for a grease fitting here, but I ran weld on all 4 corners just to thicken it up on the inside. So if anyone guessed 23 rods, leave it in the comments. You're right. Me and Ray both wrong. And we do this all the time. But anyway, so I'm gonna get calories and go from there. All right, so this is gonna be the end of this project. Get everything welded up. I assembled everything last night. You didn't miss nothing there. Just literally put the 2 pieces together, put a bolt through them, and yeah. So I gotta wait on the back of the record for this guy to show up. I'll see if I can get some footage of putting it in. This went pretty smooth by all standards. Definitely glad he came to us when he did. He's right tight now. He should be good. Should be good to go for a long time. I'll show you the finished product here in just a second. So we trimmed those up. We did some reinforcing on these, straightened those out, put some welds in the middle. Hogshead bolted. Yeah, you saw we redid the whole stinger here, redid the whole hog head. Good to go. The other part of this I did not show you guys. So these pins were bent out a bit. We heated it, straightened it, put a nice little piece of, I think, 1/4 or 3/8 in there, welded on top and bottom. Put some grease in his pins. Same on this side, just to make sure. And I don't care what manufacturer it is, they do a horrible job of welding in here. They don't put any weld on the inside and they start cracking here. So I basically put 2 or 3 layers of weld here on the outside. This thing's every bit of 3/8 thick. That's only 1/4 wall, so that's thicker than this, thank God. Rounded the edge, or filled the edge with weld. That's good and solid. So these should be good to go. So basically, you know, we didn't show you any of that just because we just went ahead and knocked it out. It didn't take that long anyway. But yeah, to go from this to that's a lot of work. Hopefully he's happy with it. I think it'll serve him very well. I did a flex test or a play test last night with that hog. I picked up by that little trailer hitch, and it no movement. It is tight. So it swivels easily, but it is tight in there like it should be. Hey everyone, so I made it to the end of the video. A lot of welding involved in that one, but customer's happy. That's the main thing. So he's back on the road doing this thing safely. We don't want no one to get hurt. That's not what we're here for. So making a few changes around here as well. Kind of show you what kind of nightmare I dug myself into. Watch this. So bench is full of stuff. This bench that was back there in the welding corner is going to disappear. Main reason is it's too short. Me and Ray are pretty damn tall. So constantly have to hunch over and weld, kills my back. The other bench we're bringing in here I think is 8 or 10 inches taller. It's a good bit taller, which will help. And we're going to have to cut it down to size and everything. But this one's going back over to Ray's. He can roll it around, do whatever he wants. So I think we're going to do that tomorrow. We have a pretty busy day tomorrow, but more to the point. Hope you enjoyed this one. We're hoping to get into doing more of these, in all honesty. But until then, the only way you're going to know is if you like, share, and subscribe. You're going to do all that stuff, and you get to see all the crazy stuff we get into. Notification bell. Give it a smack. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also, want to wish everyone a belated Happy 4th of July. 250. Until next time, we'll see you. Fucking chicken. Wow, I did that right in my ear. Alright, so in the interest of progress, you just seen we, excuse me. I lost our train of thought. Oh,